the 04 goaltender for the 87s, and they have rode him through the postseason, and a blemish yesterday is not going to stop the ride for Frankie Smith.
He's been fantastic for these 87s, 4-0-1, 4-1 in my eyes, but 4-0-1 with the overtime loss. But he did everything he could. The defense kind of let him down a couple of times.
Well, is a game winner in the postseason as Frankie Smith makes the save, and they're going to tell him keep this moving and out these two teams. And guess who's fresh? Number 91, Bradley Parker. He's fresh as Smith is going to melt this down with 16:43 to go in the first. To an odd man rush. Yes, it will. 3-on-2 out the other way. Parker's going to the net. They find him. Parker. Oh, what a save by Smith. Looked like he had a lot of net, but he flashed the blocker to keep it out.
Good job by Smith. He pushed post to post. He saw that pass going to Parker, knew where the puck was going to go, squared himself up and pushed it away with the blocker.
Big time stop on a guy who can score at any time. Out the other way. Parker's going to the net. They find him. Parker. Oh, what a save by Smith. Looked like he had. Happy to see that as their PK struggled quite a bit yesterday. They can stick in the O-zone. That's causing problems as Bailey Reed was crashing.
Or a former goaltender, as it were, but usually one of the most instrumental positions when it comes down to playoff.
Power play. New Jersey was 1 for 3 on the defense. He'll slow things down, wait for reinforcements. Makes a great pass to Bailey Reed. Oh, what a save by Smith. Weimer on the follow-up, couldn't get it to go. Sits loose in the paint and just goes wide.
Smith didn't know where that was. That puck was trickling, and fortunately went wide.
Wait for reinforcements. Makes a great pass to Bailey Reed. Oh, what a save by Smith. And waits for reinforcements, and that nearly led to our second goal of the game. But Frankie Smith has made 2 great saves, one on Bailey Reed and one on Bradley Parker. Our lone goal, but Frankie Smith has a couple saves that make you think, what could it be right now?
Just like yesterday, Frankie Smith making a couple of big saves.
Parker in neutral ice will just throw this in on Frankie Smith. Wouldn't have counted even if it went in on the delayed offside. Parker couldn't corral it. Mac Ryan, great move, Ryan in. Smith says no, not once but twice with the pad.
Great initial save by Smith. And then it was a secondary rebound and attempt by Cole Davidson, the hero last night. And I don't know how Smith was down in the butterfly, flashed the right pad, somehow came up about 3/4, went right back down and flashed the left pad to make that stop. Then the net came off its moorings.
Mac Ryan, great move, Ryan in. Smith says no, not once but twice with the pad.
By his own teammate, Krish was on the ice.
Parker uses the big body, fires a shot on Smith, who swallows it up. Ridley will just dump this in. And that will do it for the first through. He tried to drop it off for Parker. It ends up on the stick of Davidson. Out to the point for a shot. Tipped right on. What a save by Smith. Follow-up chance on the doorstep was blocked aside.
With puddles of water.
Weimer centering pass one-timer. Big-time save by Smith on Mac Ryan.
Smith top of the gold paint there to make that stop. Anticipated the pass and was ready for that save on the one-time.
Bailey Reed inside out. Shot was stopped again by Smith. Adirondack buzzing in the early going. Sits loose in the blue paint and it's swallowed up by Frankie Smith. It looked like it hit Bailey Reed and changed direction in the gold paint, I should say, here. Bailey Reed all over the place. Great pass into Weimer. Weimer had his stick tied up and Bell with it. LaBelle from well out. Smith is just going to melt this down to the attack. Right wing side, he'll slow things down. Works into Parker, off angle shot. Good save by Smith as Parker tried to work it home. Taylor got the worst of it. It was Akmahan who got the worst of it the first time around. This is in on Frankie Smith. He's just going to throw it to the corner. Looking for some help, finds it in the name of Parker. Parker over to Mac Ryan. He couldn't corral the pass. He got it back, threw it in on Smith. Mark Antonio got it to Fish. Weimer going to the net. Great pass. Good save by Smith.
Smith never vacated that near post.
Here's Taylor, pick it up, but he's just going to have to dump it below the goal line. Taylor at the half wall, threw it on, changed direction off the skate of Smith. This area. Here's Ridley. From well out, Smith says no. Up is always good to see. Here's Haskins, right wing side for Adirondack. Frankie Smith makes another save. He's got 24 now to his name. He stopped 24 of 25 on the day. We talked about it, a couple really good ones as well. The standout save was the 2-on-1 where he robbed Bradley Parker of what looked to be a sure goal. Whitehead's gonna more. Gave it away, Mark Antonio's got it. Mark Antonio, great pass into space. Oh, what a save by Smith again! This time on Weimer.
Anticipated again, he's doing such a good job anticipating these passes going forward. Was able to read that play going to the top of the slot, slide his way up front and make the save, and now everybody's up in arms because Taylor.
Antonio's got it. Mark Antonio, great pass into space. Oh, what a save by Smith again! This time on Weimer. Good work by Parker to accept that feed. He fires and Smith will follow up with a big save. And Bailey Reed off the draw. The Adirondack bench is up. Bailey Reed fresh out of the box, nearly had a chance. This rolls in on Frankie Smith, who shuts the door. Said off the ice we go. Straight to the locker room, Selly. Taylor's got some room. Backhander stopped by Smith. Left the
Frankie Smith has been more locked down with pucks since that goal that snuck by him by Parker. Can they continue?
Been plenty of rebounds for Adirondack, but they haven't been able to cash in.
Mackay works right in. Great save by Smith as he shuts the near post. Left of Smith here. Pushed right on goal. Early working. Here's Parker. Too much space for Parker. Parker works right in. He's tugged from behind. That goes undetected, and Smith covers it up.
Oh, vulnerable, especially with Frankie Smith. He had his back to the play.
Out to the point for a chance, and Smith saw it the whole way despite the big Parker in front of the cage. And comes right back to Whitehead off the lively boards. He'll slow things down, throw a shot on Smith that he gloves down.
Smith understood. Top line out there for Adirondack. Didn't want that puck to get down, and perhaps a heavy forecheck, create a turnover.
Have credit for the goal right now. We'll see if that changes as that's blockered away. Anthony DePaolo, and here's trouble. Davidson over to Parker. Parker walks in. Great save, Smith. Atop the gold paint.
Try to go short side to the stick. And again, Smith has done such a phenomenal job tracking and anticipating. And more importantly, anything too close or tight to the posts, he's done an even better job protecting and locking down.
And Mac Ryan was wide open on the backdoor feed if they were able to get it over to him.
By Frankie Smith, who has stopped 36 of 37.
To panic if you're the Junior Thunder.
Mackay in behind the defense. Mackay is stopped by Smith. Oh, what a pass out in front. The shot just went wide from him. And we were inches away from a bigger lead. Now we're inches away from a tie game, but Smith makes another big save on Ridley.
Good job by Smith outside of the paint for his crease. Caught the inside of his blocker, but he was so square to the shooter that all it did was kind of drop down into his lap, and he just held on for the faceoff.
We'll keep an eye on Zadorozny. Whitehead from well out. Big save by Smith. Rebound. Mac Ryan couldn't control it. Tomorrow as the 87s grow the lead to 2.
Great anticipation.
It is a 3-1 lead. And you know where a lot of credit belongs is Frankie Smith. He gave up the first goal. You said it, maybe one he wants back, right? But he does not falter. He makes some huge saves after that. The net is
a complete night and day from yesterday to today in the right headspace. Just the way he was anticipating things happening, Mike, and his positioning was light years better here tonight than it was yesterday.
Parker in the dot, against the wall. Get a win to send us to a Game 3 on Sunday at 11 a.m.
What a bounce-back victory for the 87s. We talked, Mike, special teams and goaltending. They got both this evening, and that's why we're going to see you, everybody, on Sunday.